Good morning, all. So, let us start our class today with relative clauses. So, you have already read about adjective clauses, and adjective clause is also called relative clause. Now, what is a relative clause? A relative clause tells us which person or thing or what kind of person or thing the speaker means. It is normally introduced by relative pronouns like who, which, that, whose, whom, and relative adverbs like when and where. So by this you can understand what is relative clause. Now look at the sentences. A lady who lived in our neighborhood came to our trip. So who lived in our neighborhood tells us which lady. God helps those who help themselves. So who help themselves tells us what kind of people. So it is actually determining a particular thing by which, who, whose. We are actually talking about a particular thing. So that is called relative clause. Now, a relative clause is a type of subordinate clause modifying a noun. Of course, see, suppose this God helps those who help them. Those people who help themselves. So this is qualifying the noun. And relative clauses usually follow the nouns and pronouns they modify and are usually introduced by a relative pronoun such as who, which, that, or a relative adverb like when and where that I have said already. So these are the examples that we can write with who that you can have in your book. Then here we have come. In most cases, we can use that in place of who. Suppose the boy that stood first in the class is my cousin. The people that live a big city, in big cities usually have an unhealthy lifestyle. So that sometimes can be used in place of who. Okay, now see which and that. Where are the books? Which or that were lying on the table. So sometimes which and that can be used. That can normally be used in place of both who and which. Dr. Mehta was one of the best shopkeepers that spoke on naturopathy. This is the most ridiculous movie that I have that has ever hit the screen. This is all that I possess. I approved of nothing that I did. Both the bird and the nest that were shown in the picture appeared to be strange. So we can understand where we can use that. If we have to read this that, which that, and who that. Now that and what. I am sorry for what happened. Not I am sorry for the thing that happened. No, this is wrong. I am sorry for that happened. No, I am sorry for all that happened. So we need to know where to use that and where to use what. Now see, some words are given in the box. Choose the right meaning from the given below words. Yes. So here we have to determine which word is this. This is given a description. Now we have to find out among the words given in the box which is the appropriate word. Now he or she looks at the dark side of things, that is a pessimist. He or she lays down his or her life for the sake of the country, a martyr. He or she thinks of the welfare of women, is a feminist. He or she designs buildings, an architect. He or she makes an official examination of accounts, is an auditor. He or she looks at the bright side of things, is an optimist. He or she studies the sky and the stars, is an astronomer. He or she studies rocks, is a geologist. Now, omission of who, which, that. Sometimes we don't need to use this relative, relative clauses because we can make people understand without using that. So from the relative clauses, sometimes who, which and that can be removed. The surgeon who did operation, no need to say. The surgeon did the operation. Okay. I have lost the bag the bag contained my insurance paper. Okay. So now we must use who, which, that if it is the subject of the relative clause. Of course, if this actually talks about the subject, we have to use the CD player that I wanted to buy was beyond my means. The pullover which Saloni needed proved very useful. When who, which, that is the object, we can leave it out. Okay. For example, the CD player I wanted to buy was beyond my means. The pullover Saloni needed proved very useful. So we don't need to write the pullover that, no, not required. The CD player which, not required. Okay, so we have to read it in order to find out where to use it and where to omit it. Okay, prepositions in relative clauses. So notice the preposition in relative clauses. Now see, I can't find the book I am looking for. I can't find the book which or that I am looking for. In the room we slept in it last night was very tidy. The room which or that we slept in was very tidy. So we can leave out which, what, that in these sentences. Now examples where we can omit all this. Where is the pen that I presented to you or not required? That is not required. Within bracket I have kept. What has happened to the pen that was lying, that is required. That qualifies the pen. The subject we can't omit. It is one of the best books I have ever read. No need to write that. It is one of the best books that have come my way. So this books that have this talks about the subject, best book. The first novel, no need to write that, Anand wrote failed to impress the readers. The first novel of Anand that appeared, so it is talking about his first novel only, that appeared in 1936. So we can't omit that because it is talking about the thing particularly. The train that carried us from Delhi to Jalpaiguri was air conditioned. We can't omit add. Here we can. The train we boarded at Jalpaiguri was both crowded and dirty. Complete the sentences given below using a relative clause with a preposition. Okay. So see, here is the book I was talking about. The plan was approved by the people who have spoken to. Better to write here whom we have spoken to. Whom we have spoken to. All of you write here people whom we have spoken to. Mrs. Mehra will prove a valuable friend. She is someone who is a great person to talk to. I couldn't attend the meeting. I have a plan to attend. She did not know the subject she has come to the institution for. Now see what is the instruction in exercise 4. Fill in the blanks with that or what. If the sentence is complete without that, put that in bracket. So nobody can believe what you have just said. So nobody can believe what you have just said. Nobody can believe the story you have just told. Here we can put that within bracket. That is not required. He eats what he likes. He can eat anything he likes. Again, that is not required. He can eat anything that is prepared at home. Okay. This 100 rupee note is all that I have. Okay. This is not what I wanted to know. Okay. Now see, in relative clauses, we use whose in place of his, her, their. Okay. For example, I congratulated the man. His son had won the prize. So I congratulated the man whose son has won the prize. So likewise, you have to read where we can use whom, where we can use whose. Now, here in a relative clause, we can use where to talk about a place. It is used in place of there. The town I was born there had a big grain market. The town where I was born had a great market. I long for a place I couldn't get some peace of mind there. I could get some peace of mind there. I long for a place where I could get some peace of mind. Okay. So exercise 5. You met some people at a party who said this. So later you tell a friend about this people. Write sentences using who or whose. That is given as a homework. This you can do on your own. So I have not done it. Fill in the blanks with who, whose, whom, where, which. A confluence is a place where rivers meet. An archaeologist is a person who studies old things. His views were appreciated by the people with which he discussed the subject. His views were appreciated by the people with whom he discussed the subject. The social activist for whom we all have voted won the election by a huge margin. A departmental store is a place where we can get all kinds of things. What is the name of the leader whose biography impressed you so much? Some of the photographs which I clicked with this camera are really outstanding. So, relative clause defining and non-defining that you can read. Now, there are 3 important points to remember about defining and non-defining clauses. Let us read this out. Do not use commas with defining clauses. I know a person who can speak 25 languages. So here no need to use comma. So we can't use comma with defining clauses. So what is defining and what is non-defining? See, there are 2 types of example. Let us read first. I am looking for a boy who has taken away my book. Now see, in type 1, the relative clause tells us which person or thing or what kind of person or thing the speaker means. Okay. Now the boy who has taken away my book tells us which boy. The hotel which Mukesh had recommended tells us which hotel. So it is talking about the defining clauses. In type 2, I am looking for Sanjay who has taken away my book. So here the relative clause does not tell us which person or thing the speaker means. We already know which person or thing is meant, Sanjay. Okay, so here in non-defining already a person or somebody's name or a place's name is given. Okay, but here by which or by whom we have to define about the particular person or thing or the place. So this is a basic difference. Now, I know the person here, as I was saying, we can't use comma with defining clauses. So, but non-defining clauses are set off by commas. Meet my friend Joseph, comma, who can speak 5 languages. But here in non-defining clauses, we can use comma. In defining clauses, we can use that in place of who and which. We are looking for someone who or holds an MBA degree. Who or that we can use, but in non-defining clauses we cannot use that. Okay, Ashish, who holds? Here we can't use that. So in defining we can use that or who or which or that, but in non-defining we can't use that. So this you have to remember. In defining clauses, we can leave out who, whom. Okay, we need someone we can trust. Here, defining, we don't need sometimes we do not need this. We can leave out. But in defining clauses, we have to use whom or which or who. We have employed Ashish, whom we can trust. Here we are talking about this Ashish. Particularly here we have to use whom. But here in defining, even if we are not using whom, which, who, we can make the readers understand whom we are talking about. Now joining of the sentence is given. According to that, we are asked to do this. Combine the sentences into one, converting one of them into a relative clause. So here leave out who, which, that wherever possible. So here we have to leave out this who, which and that. See, here we can leave out some places where who, which, that are not required. A young lady who received us in the office was very courteous and helpful. Here who is required. Some candidates who is not required. Some candidates have come for the interview are waiting in the lounge. Mr. Bajaj, who has designed this building, has done a remarkable job. I talked to couple on phone who promised to support us. I cannot leave Delhi, which provides all the good things. I gave you a camera on your birthday. What have you done with it? So here this sentence will come first. What have you done with the camera that I have gifted on your birthday? You bought a car last year. Have you disposed it of? This will come first. Have you disposed the car that you bought last year? Okay, so you just write all this in your copy and let me know where you face a problem. And otherwise this chapter is very easy. It's not an hard task to finish. So complete all the exercises, read out the chapter well and let me know what are the problems you have faced. So we'll meet in the next class with a new chapter. Till then, keep reading, keep practicing. Bye bye, take care.